Pre-made cocktails are quick and easy, and that's what we like about them. So the question is, who has the best old fashioned?
I'm just hoping I like one.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to find out who makes the best pre-mixed old fashioned.
So I feel like this is a passion project for Dave.
It is. I happen to be an old fashioned fan.
Yes.
I like them. I usually like to make my own, but I've also noticed in the stores that the distillery is not every distillery does it, but as you'll see here, we have 5 distilleries that make their own.
Good variety too.
Who make their own pre-mixed. That means the alcohol, everything is all involved. So technically, all you have to do is pour it over ice and enjoy it. That's kind of the thing of it. One of the things I have a tendency to do, because I do have a couple of these premixes at my house already, just because sometimes you just want a quick old fashioned. You don't want to deal with having to get out everything and shake it up, do all the stuff. I have a tendency with any one of these. I have bourbon cherries. And I have a tendency to put a cherry in it and then also do an orange slice on mine. But because of time's sake, we're not going to do that. We're just going to taste the liquid for what it is.
That's right.
And we're just going to judge. We're going to judge the old fashioned for what it is.
Yep.
As a liquid by itself with just ice. So that's kind of how it's going to roll today.
I'm going to hope I find one I like, because I don't drink old fashions.
You don't really drink old fashions ever?
I don't. Look. Whenever it comes to me making a mixed cocktail,
Jack and Coke.
It is the most I go with is a Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
So let me just throw this out here now. If you are a predominantly bourbon drinker and you like a cocktail, let me know in the comments below, because I don't drink a ton of cocktails. And to give credit to the city of Louisville, it's a cocktail city.
Yeah, I like a whiskey sour. I like old fashions. I like a Manhattan. Those are about the 3 that are really go-tos for me.
Yep.
I was at a bar not too long ago, and I had they called it a Southern tea, which was bourbon with some sort of tea in it, and it was good. But
I love the bourbon part of it.
Yeah, yeah, whatever it costs. All right, so let's just start with the first one. This is the OTR on the rocks. This is a Knob Creek. This is a Knob Creek old fashioned, and it says a rich and smooth old fashioned crafted with Knob Creek. So we'll see.
Now, Dave, I'm just going to throw this out here to you. You really don't need to go much higher than the ice, because the odds of me really loving it. I mean, ice at least to the ice. See, Dave gets to take all this home, so he's already
No, I'll give you some more. But I think with any of these, the ice is going to make it better. I don't really like it on the rocks. I like it on a rock most of the time, just a single big piece of ice.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. A single big piece of ice.
Because I always feel like lots of ice waters it down a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, in theory.
Yeah, so.
I see what you're saying. It smells nice.
Have you ever, you've had an old fashioned, right?
I have had multiples of different types of old fashions. I don't care for that.
No, this one's not great, but I could see where if I put a cherry and some of the some Luxardo cherry and then some of the cherry juice in there, it might make it a little bit better. But on the normal, this is not really this isn't a good representation, I think, of what an old fashioned.
So this says a rich, smooth old fashioned crafted of Knob Creek Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Look, I like Knob Creek. This is trash. This has been strained through a dirty sock and wood. This is terrible.
So tell me, you don't like this?
No, throw that stuff out.
Go ahead and throw that one over there.
We'll move on to the next one.
All right, next on our list will be...
Has to be better.
Has to be better. And we'll rank these right at the end of the video.
That one's last.
Yeah, that one's last. This is the 1792. So let's see how we like this one. I gave you a good healthy pour. You switch.
I don't need that. Yes, that's a bigger glass too. I don't need that.
Right away, I think this one smells better than the last one.
What? You think that smells better?
Yeah, it smells more like an old fashioned.
It smells like a cough syrup. Like,
here's what I'm gonna say. Like, I think it smells more like a old fashioned than that one did.
if that smells more like an old fashioned, then we're in for a hard time.
Oh, now see, that might taste worse than the first one.
Is it ripe?
I feel like you only need one sip to know whether you like that or not.
I'm a 2-sip kind of guy.
Yeah. I mean, I've taken more than one sip. I'm just saying, like,
this was a terrible idea.
All right, so there are portions of that taste more like an old fashioned than the first one. But again, I think this is missing, like, there's I feel like there's an orange zest in there, like some sort of.
All right,
orangey.
everybody look at me right now. You know, whenever you go to a bar or you're out for like a long night with whoever you're drinking with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have that shot that was one shot too many.
This is the one shot too many.
And it gives you that feeling like, whoa, like whoa, like you know immediately, like, I got to go.
I made
like
a mistake.
yeah, mistakes were made. I got to take an Uber. I get home before it's puking everywhere. That is that feeling. Right?
All right. Well.
By the way, I'm sober. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's not been that.
But that feeling is like. Whoa.
All right, well, move that one to the side, too. Move that to the side. I'm not holding out high hopes, but I'm actually secretly excited about this one.
This one I'm actually excited about.
Which is the High West
Old Fashioned.
Old Fashioned, because it's made with a rye. And I like my Old Fashions a lot of times with rye. Or if you've watched our videos ever, you know that I like them.
I can't imagine that sound didn't go well.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Everybody loves ice. You know, if you know, I like my Old Fashions with a Woodford Double Oak as well. So
that is true.
That's just the way it is. All right.
So this is officially halfway through. This is where I'll start having hope based off the brands.
Yeah, I think that's helpful.
You do not sound confident.
Now this one has honestly speaking, this has more of an old-fashioned color than the first two have even come close to. Looks more like honestly like a bourbon and Coke, like a Jack and Coke. This has a little bit, honestly, it has a better smell to it than the last one too.
But does it?
I mean, you gotta like the smell of an old fashioned in order to like an old fashioned.
Does it though?
It does.
Oh.
Again, this one's heavy on. This one's better than the last one. I feel like they've stepped up both times.
I think we've progressively gotten worse as we keep trying these.
No.
Ugh.
Yeah. What I held out for high hope on this, and I'm going to drink all these. I will.
This guy isn't. 1,000%. This guy is not.
But I think the cherry will help with these a lot. And even the orange zest in it will help with it a lot. Because I put a little bit of the cherry juice in it too, which makes it, I think, adds a little bit to it. Cuts maybe some of the stuff that you don't like in it to make it better. But all in all...
You say it like there's things in there I don't like. Like there's things in there that I do like.
I mean, there's High West rye in there.
I mean, I like the name High West. I like High West rice.
Oh, that's perfect.
But it doesn't mean I'm going to like the old-fashioned High West. This is went way worse than I thought. I thought I was just going to be like, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I've not liked
They've not been great. I will give you that. They've not been great.
All right, on to the next one.
All right, next one on the list is from
Do
the
we have to?
Proud. Yes, we have to. We're knee deep into this.
I don't understand why this Bulleit bottle is so heavy.
It does weigh like
It's
700
made
pounds.
of steel and concrete.
All right, so this is from Bulleit Old Fashioned Cocktail. It says best enjoy straight up or over ice.
Well, we got the ice. So one of the things that makes me semi-hopeful for Bulleit is like they were designed to be a cocktail, kind of like bar kind of thing.
Yeah.
You should have added way more ice in mine.
Well, I will only fill it to where the ice is dangling around the liquid. All right. From a bottling standpoint, this is a cool looking bottle.
47 pounds.
It does weigh 47 pounds.
This is at least this to me does smell like the best out of all of them so far.
It's subtle. Like that,
Yes.
to me, that's the biggest thing is like there's a subtleness to it. Like they mixed it right.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm just nervous.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you this. This is what an old fashioned is supposed to taste like. The only thing, again, I would judge it differently because I would put a cherry with a little bit of cherry juice in this, and I think it would set it off just about perfectly.
This is by far the best one.
Yeah, this is.
I don't actually hate this one at all.
Yeah, this one's got the. I feel like everything is the right ratio. That's been the biggest thing.
I don't want to go back for a third sip on it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't love old fashions, which I didn't realize that, this is your exercise. This is your exercise in me.
This is good though.
When you tell me to drink Rise.
But this is good. You like cocktails, and I don't.
Yeah.
So this is a good. Yeah, I agree with you. This is a good exercise. This has a really weird aftertaste though.
I feel like all old fashions have a really weird aftertaste.
This one's really weird.
This one's better than the other three.
Oh yeah, by far. This one's the best one so far.
Yeah. All right. All right, the last one.
And the one I'm most excited for
is it Handy and Schiller? Is that what we call it? Yeah, Handy and Schiller. This is actually a Buffalo Trace product with Buffalo Trace bourbon in it. I have lots of friends who get this and they say for a bottled old-fashioned, this is good.
The reason why I'm excited for this is because I feel like Buffalo Trace always makes it like whatever they're making, like the quality of whatever they make is so high, and there's such a standard for even them. I mean, they are the distillery that said, "Hey, we're not putting out GTS this year," so it was so high for them. They didn't even put out BTEC, which would have sold out instantaneously whenever it went anywhere.
Yeah, they could have put out crap and it would have mattered. Yeah.
So gives me a little hope.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's good.
I'm gonna take a drink of water just to.
Yeah, I've been flushing the palate ever since. Yeah, I don't know.
Again, this one's subtle too. I think it's a lot like the
Smells
Bulleit.
like a doctor's office.
I don't smell really much of anything in it, which is better than.
Smells like a doctor's office with a really flat Dr. Pepper.
This one's a little sweeter than the other, but it's still to me, it's still like a good even mix. It's just a little sweeter on it.
If that didn't have a medicinal note on there, that was like a bad medicinal note. I don't hate all of them. Like Wild Turkey has one that I typically like.
Yeah.
This one has a medicinal note that I don't like, but outside of that, this would probably be my favorite.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite too. I think it's even.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it probably would have been.
Even kind of a little bit sweeter. That one's got a little bit more bitterness to it, but I like that one too. I like the. So for me, it would be this.
I'll just pull this one just because.
And the Bulleit, and the other three can go, wherever they need to go.
Trash.
These are the two. That if we were going to recommend you, if you were like, hey, I want a quick cocktail, there's no substitute for making your own. I would hope so. Let's just say that if you know how to make a good old fashioned and you've got the time to do it, I recommend you do that.
From somebody who is not a cocktail drinker, an old fashioned drinker, these two I would agree are the best ones. This one I think is so much just easier, just better profile overall. There's something I really like about this, but at the same time, there's something I don't like about this.
Yeah.
So that's a second to me. This I wouldn't be terribly upset about drinking, I don't think, but I could still probably only do one of them.
Like I said, I will take these home. I will put a cherry and a little bit of cherry
them up
juice
to make them drinkable.
Yeah, to make them better than what they are.
Yeah, that's
for sure. So, like I said, there's no substitute for like making your own. But when you're in a pinch and you're just like, dude, I just want to make something quick, like quick and easy.
Yeah.
I don't think you could go wrong with either one of these if you were an old-fashioned fan. The other three, I would just steer clear of. You can just thank the Old Kingdom for biting the bullet for those and letting you know, don't even waste your time with them.
Yeah.
And then there we go. Let us know if you like this video. Like this is something new for us. It's not something
very different, very off profile for us.
We normally do. So we'd love to hear some feedback, just if this was helpful for you or not. And until the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.